welcome back to Timberborn and our mega build series. So it's pretty much 3 complete cycles later, so been fairly busy, and just going to take you through what I've done and why I've done so much off camera. So the floodgates to deal with a bad tide are in, and these worked really well. We have had a bad tide and they protected pretty much all of the trees. These guys are not really doing a great job of pumping enough water, so I'm just going to, yep, we do have importing water set, which is cool. The other thing that I'm doing over here, and I've got almost all of it in, and I think I spoke about this before, is I'm going to cut a channel across here to, and probably actually want to put in dynamite there and there, so we might actually, if I put the path all the way along, they should be able to reach. No, because that needs a ladder or a staircase. Let's put in a staircase, just to help keep it neat and tidy. And yeah, the idea is that the bad tide will come through here and then out here, and that means that the good water can then come down here, and I'll probably put in some floodgates or something across here so that they don't mix, and that should turn all of this to here, at least, because we do have a bad water source coming down here, into good farmable land, which will be really cool. And we might even try and raise the level up so that it comes through here as well. That's this district, and have got dynamite planned to be in here. We've cleared out most of the blueberries, so these guys can start doing some farming to be more self-sufficient. And I have also started swapping over the pine trees for oak trees, except for these because of the tapper shack. And the treated planks are up and running, and I've got another set of water wheels in. These aren't connected yet, so more power over here for a bit more industry. I want to put in some aquatic hydroponic gardens with some mushrooms going, so we need to get in some fermenters for those. Probably I will just stick these down here, maybe. So again, these guys can be producing their own food. Need to sort out water, and I'm gonna say we've got a third water pump in. Need some more housing as well for beavers, so let's throw that in, although we should be okay. Maybe we just pause one of these for now. Actually, that one's probably let's pause the one that's further through, so that we can get a beaver fairly quickly if we need to, but if we don't, then it can just stay paused, because you can pause beavers growing, you know. Right, the next bit I've been working on, it's not ready yet, but I've been working on it. Trains. So I've started to build the first loop of the railway, which is going to support this colony. So what we have is, and this is the first time I've used trains, so it might be wrong. We've got a good station. So this, I think, acts a bit like a district crossing, in that you tell it what things to export and what things to import to the station, and the train will do it. We have a train yard, so this is where you make trains, and we can actually pause that for now because we don't want to have any trains, although it may have already made. No, we click the button to build a train, so yep, that's okay. This is not quite connected yet because they need to build those. And then the loop, so far it's a work in progress. It's going to come down here. We're working on bringing it across here. We've got these slopes to get down, and I'm probably going to put the station somewhere around here, so it's just inside the district. So there's the good station, so somewhere there. We probably need to do a bit of work to be able to do that. We might actually have to place it like that, so get in some platforms and stuff. Platforms to build the platform. I know. Probably like that, actually. Yeah, something like that, but obviously not underwater. And that'll work quite nicely. Hopefully. So I've never used that before, and hopefully that means this will be less important and we can maybe stop having to have beavers trekking all the way across this monster journey. Next, we had a big wood problem. If you've looked at the HUD, you can see we no longer have a wood problem. That was partly the reason that I let it run so long. I've planted 3 big forests over here. We have 3 foresters. I opened up access to these pools so they could get filled with water. We've actually gone all the way back here, not planted all that we could because I think we have enough for now. I did close up the exits with terrain and terraformed a bit of this in because we didn't need it to go all the way. Did the same down here. And I have actually built floodgates down here, and I have these set up, if I can find the one that I've set, so that basically when a bad tide or a drought starts, they go up. When it ends, they go down, and that should just mean that we capture a bit more water in here. Might have to be careful that it doesn't flood. We'll work on it. Over here, I've got all of these set to be cleared away, so we can put some more farming in here. And this farming is all working, and the colony is working much better now. We've got wood to generate power and run everything. So the bots are recovering, which is good. We weirdly have 18 vacancies and 1 unemployed. I wonder, I had this happen before, that randomly a bot comes over here, but no, so I'm not sure how we have vacancies and unemployed bots. Maybe he's just spawned and he will get a job in a moment. But yeah, we're doing better for bots. That took quite a while to recover, but it is recovering. The farming is working over here, so we're producing plenty of food now, and we're working on exploding this down. I don't remember if I had this tower built, but I've swapped some of these over to mushrooms as well because we have a full warehouse of algae. We might need to build another one, but I'm not sure. We also have a pretty full warehouse of eggplants, so we're doing pretty well there. We have a supply of canola oil, but we do not have much canola. But that's okay because I planted some more. So we've got canola there. Everything pretty much is switched back on except the smelters because we don't need them. And I haven't put these back on yet because we've got enough dirt. But we are producing grease now. We're not producing enough to keep the bots greased, but you know, we're doing what we can. We probably need to build some more science towers because I am starting to put bots back into all of the jobs. So let's put one there. These might be new as well. These are processing the algae rations, and there's storage for the algae stuff here. That meant we could get the packaged food plant going, and I've put storage for the bits that needs here. I had forgotten. No, I haven't put them in yet. I'm planning to put smelters in here. I put the power connection in. I didn't build the smelters yet. So I've put a couple of warehouses in for logs because these guys are cutting them down so fast that it was causing a bit of an issue having to transport them all the way back to the main storage area. And again, once we've got the first train up and running and working, we'll probably look at putting a train in to maybe come across here. So maybe I don't want to put smelters here. Not sure. Haven't really thought that far ahead yet. Into the, a lot of pine resin, into the lake. So I've done a couple of things. We have started placing the explosives to go down. I've spotted a missed one. to go down the next level. So this will take it down another 3. Obviously, there is a lot to do. I've got some stream gauges in. These are on side platforms. So something that I've not used a lot of. These are a mod and there are different lengths. I've just used the single length ones. They're a bit tricky to place. Yeah, but you get them up to 4 long and you can use them to build over stuff. So we could, in theory, cover over the top of our lake or our reservoir thingy if we wanted to. But what I'm using that for is to automate these floodgates. So they are now automated. I should probably remove the basic stuff from that one because they are synchronized. So we want them to be synchronized off the same thing. So there we go. So advanced as I like, and the normal parameters that I use for contamination there. And then this one, I have a stream gauge, but we're basically just leaving this open for now. We had a bad tide and I had to cut away a bit of this so that it wouldn't float over the floodgates. And we're working on knocking all of this down slowly. Also cut a path through here and put some floodgates in so that we can, in a drought or a bad tide, we can let water out of the lake and into the river system. Last but not least, I have started mapping out the outer wall of the reservoir or lake. So this is the first quarter of it. So it's going to go around here. So it's going to start out here, but it's going to finish in here. So this is still open. Yeah, so it's going to run all the way around here, across here, and then to here. That's the plan. So probably I've got them building it from this end, but what I should probably do is get them coming around from this end because that's probably shorter. That might cause an issue that I've set it all up to be built from that way, but we can probably improve that. But we've got builders basically doing a lot of projects because apart from over here, this is all one district. So probably the other thing we're going to do, once we see what we can do with water here, I might get up here and cap these 2 off, because then we will have pretty good control of the water, and we hopefully then can use this water source. I'm just looking at the way things go to actually push water all the way through to here. So that will green up a huge chunk of the map. And maybe then we'll set up another district somewhere over here to just start separating things up, and maybe they can be doing some of the jobs as well. Let's get going. So yeah, over here I think predominantly they are focused on let's get the priority tab up. But yeah, they're going to get those done. Let's get those placed and those placed, and we'll see what happens. This might be enough to pull the bad water from here through. I'm seeing that on the other series that might come out after this video. So yeah, oh well. And then we're going to keep working on the trains. So we've brought it up. We've brought the path up. So let's keep building or laying out the network. Obviously, they need paths to get to stuff. So you've got straight tracks. You've got 2 types of corner. You've got a 1x1 and you've got a 2x1. And I'm trying where I can to use the 2x1s. It feels a bit better to have the trains doing gentle turns. But we have had to throw in a few of the 2x1s. We actually have bridges, and I've not used any of these yet. So it looks like it's about a 5 gap. Are they double-sided or single-sided? They're single-sided, so we probably need to go 3 and 2. So building that's going to be a bit of a faff. Hopefully, we need, yeah, so into there. I'm just thinking we need to work our way across that way more, or do we come straight down now and then remove some of this to make space? We would need to put an explosive there. I think we're going to do that. So let's keep going. We need to be able to get beavers or bots along with it as well to do the building. So keep the path going. So what I didn't mention is that I am, like the other Timberborn video I just mentioned, I am downstairs recording this. Wife went to bed early because she wasn't feeling well, and that means there is occasional dog-related noise or dog-related pauses because they are being noisy, and that's what the last one was. It was a dog being very noisy, so right, we need another bridge. I have no idea how long this one's going to be. Let's use a big bridge to measure it. So it's not 8, it's 7. So we'll do just going to delete that. Come on. Delete that track piece. So a 3 and a 4 should do it. So you can do tunnels as well. You can do tunnels. I could have done a tunnel maybe, but so 4, there we go, and then 3, there we go. So we're across, and doing it like this might not be efficient, but I just wanted to try it. You know, it might be better to do something that almost runs parallel with a loop at the end, but maybe we'll do that for the other one. I don't know, actually. I think maybe you can send them backwards and forwards, but this way we can hopefully have multiple trains running. That's kind of what I was thinking. So this is going to come, or do we run this? Maybe we run that along. So you can see this is where I'm using the tight turns because it's a bit tighter. So let's do that. Let's run it along here. Do the same thing. And yeah, maybe we could put I really want it to be in that district. We could use a tunnel to get through there. I like that idea. So we are aiming for, I think, there. No. There. If we've got a tunnel that's long enough. That's a 9 by. That's too long. That's an 8 by. Here we go. No, put it in wrong. Maybe it is a 9 by. 8 by. There we go. That's cool. That's very cool. And that meant we didn't need to demolish the track. So actually we don't want that single there. We do need to be able to access, as I say, I keep saying, we need to be able to access this to build it. So that might be a bit of a faff. That bit should be okay. They can probably get a reasonable way along there. Maybe if we put a staircase there, maybe they'll be able to build all of that. And then maybe we put the train station here, actually. There's a waiting station as well. I don't think we need that on this. That's getting a bit more advanced. You do that. See, you can go both ways on the train line. So that's what makes me think that... think, man, that you could do something more simple. maybe a single track with circles at the end so the train can spin round. But I think the amount of trains that we want to be travelling, that's probably not ideal. So, yeah. Right. This random piece of path doesn't need to exist. So, what we can do is train that. And then we're going to have to cut that off and put in a beaver crossing. And we will high prioritize that. So there is a drought approaching. We should have scrap metal and planks. Yeah, we should have everything we need to build that here. Or we can at least make everything we need to build that here. So we have loads of gears. Let's pause a couple of the gear workshops so we actually make some planks, because we do need planks for some of the stuff that we're working on. So can they get to those? Yeah, they can. So yeah, we need them to get that in. We need to high prioritize the deleting of that so that they actually come and do it. And also this. I prioritize that. Did I high prioritize that? I didn't. It's high prioritize it, so they build it. And then we're going to do a shaft. Or do we do a... Let's do... We could terraform it, couldn't we? Do that. So we're going to need to get that deleted as well. As a high priority. There we go. Train tracks. We're getting there. We're getting there. Apart from the fact that it all needs building, but you know. That will probably take some prioritization to get them to do that. Let's get this done as well. Why is that still disconnected up? Because they've got one more plank to put in. Okay. We'll come back in a minute and look at that. Does station doesn't use any resources. I guess the trains use beavers to drive them. That would make sense. Over here, I'm going to prioritize that piece, and then we can continue to retreat past, and we can in fact do that anyway. So let's delete those. Let's delete those. Yeah. And then it's just that part, and then it's just all of that side, which they are cracking on with at pace. They need to build these to be able to do the rest, and they've got all of the components. It's just a case of, you know, there's only so many beavers and bots, and there's some spare beavers now, and we're closing in on having enough bots to do all of our jobs. Right. Come on, come do... I didn't prioritize it, that's why. Come do that. Please, one more plank. There's 4 planks in there. Seriously, why are you not getting... We do have builders, don't we? Yeah, we have 4. Actually, we have 8 builders. So why are you not building that? Seriously, a bot had to come all the way across from the other district to do that. That's ridiculous. Anyway, we can now put in our 2x2 corner and extend up here. Jink round the warehouse. We're going to need... That looks about right. So, there we go. So that should be a complete circuit. Should be. They just need to build it all. And the trains will come. Now, do I prioritize it? Or do I just let it all happen? Because I'm going to disappear again for a bit. This is in, so let's open this up and see what happens. We'll wait till daylight to do the bit that's actually going to open it up. There we go. So, pause. Well, not pause, just slow time down a bit. Let's have a quick check of our colony. I've still got a few homeless beavers, but that's okay. They'll be all right. Stuff's being planted over here, which is good. Everything seems to happen really slowly over here. It's not a problem. It's just weird. Maybe we should build this out to be a bit of a reservoir. I don't know. We've got a drought coming, so they can pump water out of here. Because we're on normal, the droughts will be relatively short. So that's okay. Yeah, let's see what happens when we do this. Before the drought gets here. Actually, it's going to do nothing because I need to do that. But before I do that, it would be eminently sensible. Wow, what an anticlimax. I apologise. It was probably sensible to do that so that we don't lose the connection. Because getting stuff built seems to take a while. So we'll let them build that and then we'll put the dynamite and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, so the next train we're going to plan out, and I'm going to do it as a separate one, is going to probably, I think, just be a loop that maybe comes across here, down here, train station somewhere here, so we're relatively close to the supply of logs, and then back up. Probably a bunch of tunnels and bridges to get across everything. And the idea being that it's, and maybe we start it all the way up here actually. So it's not too far from anywhere. Yeah, so lots of building to do, lots of explosives to do, lots of terraforming to do. Actually, let's see if we can get the beavers to this. So we need to come across here. We could use tunnels. I do have tunnels installed on here for the beavers as well, but I think that would be a bit of a waste. So it's just, is it better to kind of, yeah, have to kind of zigzag our way along here, not in stairs though, stupid boy. In ladders, not in ladders either, in paths, that would be it. Paths. So yeah, and it's using the trains is going to be interesting to see how much difference it makes to moving goods in and out of that district. I'm testing it on here before we use it on 1,000 Islands, because on that map I want to start expanding across the map at some point, and using trains to do that would be better. Just in terms of ease of doing things. So yeah, we can get a reasonable way along here. So let's see what that does for us. We probably need to put a pile in for dirt. So dirt, obtain. And I'm not going to prioritize any of that. We'll just let it happen, I think. I will place the missing piece of dynamite and prioritize this stuff so that we can get, I missed another one there, so that we can start to get this path out of here and have this ready to go. And they are hammering through that. We have plenty of bot charging down here, which is good. I wonder if having a science tower there would be useful, so that they get a science boost before they go. And really think we need a new industrial area. I would like to be producing more grease. We need a 2x3 spot to put it in, and got 1,000 gears. Let's remove you and put in another grease factory. See if that helps. Are bots doing the grease yet? They are not. That will also help because we run quite a short working day. We only run a 14-hour working day on here. Maybe I should make it longer. I should make it 16. And we're 14 bots short. So I think most of that will be coming from, not a great thing, from builders and haulers. I think we throw bots into all of the grease production. I think we've got them. Let's check in here. I think all of the oil presses are running on bots. So, who remembers their alphabet? Oil press. Yeah, they are all running on bots. So that's good. They're running at most of them running reasonably productively. So that's cool. All those weren't. But under oil press. Smelters. Which smelter is that? Those. Okay. They are full. Are we full of metal blocks? We are. We should give them some storage for metal blocks in that case, because at some point we will probably want loads of them. So let's convert some of those over to metal blocks, and that should improve their productivity. Or is there anything in particular food-wise? We are full of corn rations nearly. So let's... That one is set to health shakes. We're not producing enough of those, so let's set that to be corn rations instead. Anything else? We are getting kind of full on algae. We could do with another one. Chassis. So the other thing I had to do is we got to the point where we were low on limbs, so I swapped the extra factory that was doing chassis to be limbs. We probably need more storage for those things. Yeah, because we've only got these little tiny warehouses. But we really need a new, bigger industrial area, or a more focused industrial area. So maybe when we open up this end of the map, and I think I spoke about separating this farm off to be a separate district. Maybe we do that with kind of a corner of the map once we've got water into it. That wouldn't be a bad thing. That wouldn't be a bad thing. So anyway, I'm going to play on, and I'll be back in a bit. Welcome back. And I always say that many times within the video because it's quite a while sometimes between recording chunks, and we have got most of the explosives in here. So let's get the game running so stuff happens. We have also started or made pretty good progress on building the outer wall. So I've got about half of it planned out. So if I bring up, so you can see it comes around here and into here, and then it's going to continue along here, around here, and stop about here. I am also slowly cutting away this wall to a level. It just means we don't have to worry about building a bunch of stairs. I guess it kind of felt like a way of doing it. I don't know. It's just, you know, something to give the beavers to do to keep things progressing, because we've got a lot of jobs going on, and so having a mixture of things for them to do is cool. Trains. We have trains. You see what I'm running there? We actually have 4 trains on this route now. I think I might even need to put in another waiting spot. So I didn't have these in before, but these allow unneeded trains to wait off of the track. Why do we have 4 trains? Because the first time I tried to build a train, it didn't seem to build. So I clicked build another train, and I kind of kept repeating that process. And so we ended up with lots of trains. But yeah, it does look like we could do with building an extra waiting spot somewhere on the loop. But I have now been able to pause the district crossing, and all of the import export is being done by the trains. So we're exporting metal blocks, scrap metal and tree planks, and we are importing all of those things. And as a result of that, well, a couple of things. The bot situation has got itself sorted, and we now have 10 bots working over here as well. And I've opened up this to the bad water. We do need to do a little bit of work to control where it goes. I have floodgated across here so that we now control where the good water goes. And I think we can probably open that up now with having also dammed across here. And we're working on terraforming this bit, so we're going to fill this in so we don't have a corner where stuff gets stuck. And did I have the cassava farm in here? I'm not sure. We've got cassavas being grown, and we've got a few more fermenters, but the main thing is we've got trains. So yep, definitely need to find another spot to throw in a waiting point. I think what we'll do is I'll just put in the beaver crossings so that we can get to that in a little bit. I built our second train line as well to bring us between. Oh, we've got flooding. Oops, because I didn't open the floodgates. Bad me. These were maybe not the best idea. They are not working out brilliantly. So yeah, we have a whole load of flooding, but that will sort itself out now. I've opened these up. If I open them all up, yeah, there we go. It's flowing now. It'll get sorted. But yeah, we have now another train line which runs from our kind of mining / forestry area, which is more of a swamp at the moment. That's not great. Up to the main district. And so we need to get that going because I don't have any trains for it yet. So we're going to unpause the 2 train stations. And that's really quite bad, isn't it? I should probably have some sort of drain down the end here. This is going to take a while to clear itself out. Oh well, what I also could do is let's open this up. I need to go into advanced, and we could actually, the lake is quite full already, so maybe we don't want to do that. Let's not do that. Oh well, day 4 and we have lots of water everywhere. Oh, that's improved. Okay, all right, so what we're going to do is pause. Let's not pause. Let's go into here and build a... No, not got the resources to build a train. Let's prioritize you by haulers. So while we're doing that, we will set this up. So we are only going to have bots working over there, so we don't need to export anything. So the way this works is you choose to allow receiving at the station. So that's essentially importing, and allow sending, which is exporting, and you just pick the things that you want to do. And what we are going to want to do is we are going to want to receive scrap metal, eventually metal when we get that sorted, and wood. And you can also set the amount. I don't know what the limit is. I'm going to make it really high and see if that works. And I'm not sure why it chose me 2 goods stations either. Kind of confused by that. anyone who uses the train mod, let me know if you have an answer. Just had to take a little break there. So we have got the first train station set up or not. So let's say I'm not an expert in this, so it's set to allow receiving of some stuff, but it's interesting that it doesn't show up. I wonder if it's on this one. Let's just pick a random one and close that and see if that updates. No, so I'm going to get rid of that because we don't have any coffee beans, and might be because we don't have any trains yet. So the main things are the metal beams, because I do plan to put those aren't the numbers that I typed in either. So no to metal, no to water, sorry, no to treated planks, no to dirt, you know everything, and then do metal, scrap metal, logs. Logs I am going to do, let's say 200. Scrap metal will do 200 as well. I'm not sure how much this can hold. Let's do that as 100. And let's close that and see if that's taken. Yep. So we need the game to be playing because we need them to be bringing over the resources to build the train. We will then do this train station, and this one is going to turn everything off. This one is going to be sending logs. I'll let them put not that many. We'll let them put a load of logs in there. It's going to be sending scrap metal. And we'll do that to 200, and eventually it will be sending metal. We'll leave that as 50. So that's that done. I'm not keen to the district off until we've got the resources to build a train. So maybe if I prioritize these, they'll bring those resources over. Let's give them a minute to do that, and we can probably put in some more explosives. We might get to do this explosion in this chunk of video. We will see. And these are in, so we can actually, putting them in was probably a bad idea. Yeah, it was actually. I don't think if I delete this, are they going to be able to get to that? No, so we need to delete those and put in the two T-junctions first, which is a bit annoying, but hey. It's a bit funny about how the blocking of building works. So, yeah. They should build these fairly quickly anyway. Over here, we have many resources, so hopefully this guy is going to grab the planks and scrap metal that he needs. So, yeah, he's doing it now. Awesome. Most of the way there to being able to build a train. But in theory, we can run 3 trains on this loop because we have 2 waiting areas, and you need the number of trains that you want to run minus 1 waiting areas. So there we go. We have a train. It is waiting. We've got a train. I'm going to pause the game and make this a separate district. Now, I need somewhere to put a district center. And we might have to do that. Maybe do it there. So let's delete that and go into district management, and that there. We can then put a staircase there. And if we have a path that runs relatively close, hopefully the builders from our main district will build that. carry on playing. I am not intending to have an active district centre between, or district crossing between the two. So a bit like I've done over here, I might build one and then just pause it. So right, those are in, so we then put back in these. No, let's not actually. Let's put the rest of it in. So we go to waiting station. We go here. We are going to put in corners and straight pieces, and then I'll put in the other bit. But the fact that those are in means the loop is all joined up. So these trains can, in theory, run, but I think everything is kind of full. So let's just check we are exporting the right things, and we are importing not the right thing. That's interesting. I wonder if that's because this is the goods station that's in this district. So if I can't identify them because you can't rename them. So let's clear that off. This one is importing scrap metal, and bleached planks. It's sending water. Needs to send health shake, I think, these. And I think we were doing eggplant rations. So there we go. That's that one. Then over here, can we not set them to be different? Is that what it is? No. So okay. So maybe this is the one that we need to edit. Okay, so let's do allow receiving of metal and scrap metal logs. And make that 200, that 200, and we'll leave that as 50. Let's close that. So if I click on there now, that's right. We then go over here to manage distribution, and we don't need water. We will send logs. We will do the same number, so 200. We will do to allow sending, not receiving. Scrap metal and metal. So there we go. That's right. I'm going to cut this off. I think I decided to do it up here because I could build a district crossing there. You then want to put that bit of path there. We will place the district crossing, but I'm intending to pause it so that it's there. That's right. And then how many empty jobs do we have? 19. So migrate population, district 4, we are going to have a minimum of 19 bots. And then we need to switch things over to the bots. And we still have 7 vacancies, so let's increase that to 26. And hopefully everything will be staffed and things will start to work. So we're going to prioritize that by haulers. I guess actually we need to be importing gears and explosives and treated planks to run the mine, don't we? Maybe the game was right. So we want to allow receiving of treated planks, gears and explosives. So that the mine keeps working, we need to go over here and we need to manage distribution, and we need to allow sending of explosives, gears, and treated planks. And then what happens is all of the these are set to supply. We probably need some more storages, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah, so these guys are shipping out logs and scrap metal. Hopefully they will be bringing in gears, explosives, and treated planks. So let's just keep an eye on things. Say explosives coming in, and that's cool. So let's pause that. I don't want them doing anything, and what that means is we now don't have bots making the monster trek across the map anywhere, which is cool. We can then, if we want to, build another train. And in my experience, kind of what happened is that appeared when I saved and reloaded the game. So that's that. Let's just focus on finishing this up, and then we'll see if we can have another big explosion. And then I'm going to crack on, and over here I want to finish sketching out the rim of the actual lake, and we need to then start moving stuff, because this stuff is going to be inside the lake, so we need to move all of that. Carry on blasting, blast this ridge out, straighten up around here. Lots to do, lots to do. So, which is fine. Actually, over here, we are very close to having all of this set. So let's do that as well. Maybe we can have 2 big explosions to end on. I missed some bits, so those are triples, the rest are doubles. I have swapped the grease factories over to be bots, and we actually have a positive amount of grease now, so probably I will need to make sure that I have some way of getting grease to the relevant places so that our bots can be more efficient. Actually, the other thing that I hadn't realized, and I kind of don't like, is the bridges use science. And so does the tunnel. And they use it constantly, which is really annoying. So over here, I built my own bridge, because it was a bit frustrating that that was how it worked. You can see, yeah, this is filling up now, and haulers will take stuff, bring stuff in and take stuff out, which is cool. We do need gears. There are gears there, so they can sort that. And then over here, we have a train waiting there. The train is busy. And then over here, we have a whole load of logs, metal blocks, and scrap metal that have come in, and stuff waiting to go out. So yeah, it's very cool. I really like it. I will probably be adding it in to the other Let's Play now. I've worked out how to use it, and it's all actually quite cheap to use, so that's cool. Let's get those in. Right, these are in, so let's slow the game down a little bit and have a nice big explosion. Before we have another nice big explosion, and the next one should be a single thing, because I think it's all one level now. So originally I was going to make this a forest, but I think actually we're going to make it a big farm so that we can up our food production, which will be good because wood production is pretty good at the moment. Right, those are not quite in yet, so let's speed the game back up. Yeah, so this train line has been running for a while with this paused, and everything seems to be okay over here. The stuff that they need is coming in. the stuff that we're making is going out. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. Do we have still, I think, yeah, we have dirt coming into there. Do we have dirt going out of here after my screw up? We do not. So let's, sending, there we go. So yeah, what would be nice, I guess, is, and I don't think you can, if you could rename these so that you know which ones they are other than it being in the order you built them. But it's a very clever mod, and it's, you know, it's saving huge amounts of travel for beavers on this one, as the trains just manage all of that. It's really good. I guess we'll find out how well it's working if we don't get enough logs coming into this district. And if that's the case, we can reopen this, but I would rather not. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right. This is already blasted down, so we can detonate this. And I'll do what I did before, I think. Let's pause the game. We will detonate a piece each side. Turn the HUD off, and we'll set the game going. And just enjoy the explosion. It's killing my computer. But there we go. One much bigger lake, which means we can now adjust this so we can let more water in. Let's bring that back. Yeah, so we've got loads of room now. Eventually, once the wall's been built here, we're going to replace the fluid gates with deep mechanical pumps so that we can have constant water flow using what's going to be quite big reservoir to provide water during the drought. Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to carry on. Keep an eye on the train's ability to distribute the logs that we need to. Maybe I should actually go in here and allow them to bring more logs over. So that there's always a supply of logs there to take. Over here, it's kind of full of logs, and these are full of logs, so we do have spare beavers, and we'll end up getting more. So probably what we can do is have more haulers, because haulers just seem to be key when you get to a colony like this. I did pause some of the breeding pods because we had too many beavers. Maybe with a bigger farm, we can have even more. And again, I think this is going to become a separate district. So we'll split it somewhere here. This is a big farming district to produce the food. So kind of like we have this district doing wood and metal, we'll have another one that does food. And if the train thing works out, then we'll keep having beavers. We'll keep doing the trains. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, I will be back in a bit. I'm back. It's 0 seconds for you. It's quite a while for me again. And we've made some decent progress. So what are we up to? I realized I had the floodgates up here set wrong. So we've adjusted that. Because otherwise this would start to flood, which would not be ideal. Have put in, why are you, I guess you're synchronized to that one rather than these. So I've put in a wall of metal floodgates along here so that we can then start blasting all of this out. When we get a bad tide, we will replace these as well. Wow, the performance is not good today in the game, which is very weird. I'm kind of confused. Hopefully that will improve. There's 25 FPS, kind of sucks. Let's go down to medium speed. There is a huge amount going on. So yeah, let's place the next chunk of explosives, and then we'll have a wander around the map, and I'll give you a bit of an update, and maybe we can do some stuff. So building of the outer wall is progressing nicely. So on this side, we can get rid of that now. We are quite a way around. We can detonate that. So kind of putting explosives where I know I need to tidy things up. So yeah, and they are working on this bit, and actually they've got most of this done. We have a gap here because this is how we get into the center at the moment. We do need to improve that. We do have, I think, tunnels, so we could make use of those. We could use a very short tunnel. We could use a longer tunnel and do some, yeah, maybe I'm not sure. We'll sort something out. I've then extended it around here, and they've made cracking progress. Actually, they're working at it in 2 spots because I've put some ladders in, and this goes all the way around to probably, that's a good 2/3 of it done. We need to clear all these trees out so we can do this bit. And then what I actually want to do is get some power get this neatened up and get some power generation going on through here. So maybe this bit we might straighten out and fill with water wheels, because power is an issue. Yeah, we also need, and I'll probably do it at the start of the next temperate season, we need to replace these with the big metal floodgates, and then we can finish this area off completely. We've still got to then do all of this excavation, but that's going to take a while. It's going to be, I think you know, we'll probably be finishing the save as we finish this up. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've started to clear the crops out of here so we can bring water into here. We are going to need to put some dams in somewhere, but one of my next projects is to split this off into a separate district so that they can start growing all of the food that we need. We have a decent amount of food, but I'd like more. It would be kind of nice to expand the colony a bit more. And split it up into more districts. So the trains are sort of working. The trains are doing okay over here. These guys, we ran out of berries, which is a bit of a pain. And actually, we are pretty much out of scrap metal. There is a little piece left that they can't get to. So maybe if I put that there, they will be able to. And we are going to need to get a mine going over here. I'll talk about why I want a second mine. The other thing that I want to do is, again, put power generation in here. So we'll do something a little bit like I've done before, a little bit Skystorm-esque, and probably raise this up a bit, and then just have some canals coming along here and down with water wheels before they feed water into the river system. That means moving all of this. So I think the tree growing is going to come over here, and probably the farming, but maybe we'll be doing less farming over here. Yep, that's this district, so it's going okay. The trains are doing an okay job over here of moving stuff around. Over in this district, the trains have been struggling, and basically all of our warehouses got full. So I've paused the mine, the bots and some of the tree cutters. The bots that has freed up have gone into here, and we are trying to transfer out a whole load of the trees and the scrap metal. My next thought, if that isn't successful, is we build some big warehouses that both can access and do the path switching thing to keep progress going. That's interesting. I've not seen that flood before. Hopefully that's just new water coming in and it'll settle down. Because that would be kind of annoying, because we need, there we go, yeah, we need those chargers. I have a new plan for over here. So in the main district, our bot production is not keeping up all of the time. Some of that is power. We're sometimes struggling for power. There's some other things, but basically what I'm thinking is, kind of like I did on one of the other series where we had a mine, separated, I'm going to, so to make bots, basically we need planks, gears, and metal beams. We have a mine over here extracting metal. We have loads of trees, so we can make everything we need to make bots. We need to improve the power generation, and I might actually change the way the water flows to do that, because we need some clear land to build that on, and this area would be perfect for that. So what I'm thinking is we are going to start working in this district on building the infrastructure and the bits we need to get bot production going, to increase the number of bots across the whole thing, because I would like to put more bots into this district, maybe remove the need to have beavers over here. That would be cool. And I really, really want to start making use of this corner of the map. So, yep. And I want to get away from just working on this project. So I think the way that we can do that is by splitting the map up into more districts, and that's going to start with, we're going to get a district in the corner here doing the farming. We're going to get bots going over in the 2 districts over here with bot production happening here. We could link these 2 districts up with a train line as well that runs along the edge if we need to. And yeah, that way then the main district can just keep plodding away on this big project, and the other districts will support it. We do need to sort power. In the temperate season, we're just about okay, but in anything else, we are not. That will sort of come when we sort out getting water flowing out of the lake into this system that's going to be generating power when we are in a drought or a bad tide. I could, but I don't want to put power wheels down here because it always has stuff flowing through it except in a drought. But I think it would spoil the look. So, yeah. That's where we are. I'm going to work on some of that stuff between videos, or maybe at the start of the next video. Basically, I've run out of time to finish this video because of traveling this week with work. So, yep. It's a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit less achieved, but I wanted to spell out the plans. A lot of land up here that we could make use of for stuff. Maybe we could terraform all of this in and have the water come off the side here and do power first. That might be a way of doing it. Yeah, so I'm going to probably next time start mapping some of this out and see where we go from there. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Comments, questions, and suggestions below, and I will see you next time.